Hello everyone. So everybody has been talking about Nicki Minaj and her visit at Turning Points conference, and she was being interviewed by Erica Kirk. And of course, both ladies, I have analyzed their charts. And obviously, I was not surprised that Nicki Minaj is, going to these Christian places, because as many of you would remember, I recently reminded the channel that I made a prediction regarding to her future endeavors, whereby she would be spiritually inclined and somebody who's being looked up to, people who go and ask for advice. And of course, so this was right on brand when it comes to the predictions and when it comes to her chart. So of course, those who practice astrology, they will know, that this is not a surprising factor. And anybody who practices astrology would have seen this coming. I know, it's not a surprising thing. It's in her chart. So I was not surprised. By the way, this is Mita. Welcome to Synastry Experts. I talk about relationships here. Please do support my Unsafe Synastry, which is an awareness project on the website. And of course, everything is in the chart. If you really look at a chart and read the astrology, you will not be shocked, you will not be surprised, you will just be like, oh, okay, yeah, of course, it's in your chart, expected, right? But in this my voice is just a mess, but anyway, in this video, I want to just look at her progressions and what will be happening in her near future, because a lot of people were speculating, saying lots of stuff and wishing, the worst on her. But again, if you guys remember in my astrology reading, I said that, people can try to come for her. Her chart is so strong. This lady's chart is so strong. And anyone who does astrology will see this written in her chart. But because she's human, like everybody else, also her chart does indicate some downs, that she would be facing. And of course, I am sure that anyone who practices astrology, they already saw this, and they've already seen when these things will be taking place. Like anybody can just open up her chart and see exactly when things will happen and what will happen, right? So I'm not going to be going over her chart, or going into detail in what has happened. I just wanted to remind everybody that this was not a surprising move. It was already written in her chart, and I already spoke about it last year or a year before, 2023 or 2024. I'll just link that proof in the down below in the comment section. So yeah, it's I think I was surprised by people being surprised. That's how astrology people being surprised that this was happening. So that was surprising to me, because we are dealing with astrology, we are dealing with people's charts, and obviously we should see these things happening, but right now she is definitely right now finding herself, or being solidified in finding herself and then finding her direction. This is what I see. This is what the chart shows. She is being blessed, Nicki Minaj, right now. She is um, built, like when you build a foundation and then you have all these people who are bringing you bricks, who are bringing you the cement, who are bringing you water. She is building a foundation, and there's love as well involved. I see also some love, so the love could also be from the people who advise her, but at the same time, these people that could be advising her and showing her love right now, I do see that they could be two-faced. They could be two-faced, like playing two sides of the game, like being with her, but at the same time, tendering to another objective or another bigger plan. So this is what I see here. But she is, and these are people that are actually not. These are people that have deeper plans, like it's like she's the cherry on top of the cake and there's the cake. So that's how it is. So now these people are definitely helping her, particularly regarding to the things of communication, things of legalities in terms of administration, things of the media. I see this, and at the same time, what I do see here happening right now is that in about a month's time, there's going to be a test in terms of spouse. It could all obviously come as a form of maybe an article, that is writing stuff about them, or it could be about, something that he does, and I do see that she may, and it could also be actually about property. That's also highly possible here. But I do see her, and everything is alleged, by the way. I mean, from the get-go, this is astrology. I must remind everybody that astrology has not been accepted as science, and therefore, a lot of people, they see astrology as just, bluffing, and, I'm fine with that. But then, obviously, everything's alleged. It is astrology, research purposes only, because I just want, people to see that astrology can work and be used. But of course, this is research, it's in the state of convincing people, and so, everything's for research purposes only. I do see that in a month's time, there is going to be that test. I do see her having to lash out at her husband here. I do see maybe an argument that could be coming here, and there could be a tendency of overspending when it comes to maybe the husband, or just going all out in terms of expenditures. So he must be careful here. And I do see that, by the way, around the age of 58, because Nicki Minaj is like 43 now. And so around the age of 58, she would have to take care of her mother. I do see this. But of course, that's like far off, right? It's like way, way far off. But that age becomes she needs to be close to mother and take care of mother. But for now, looking at 2026, because we are in 2026, I do see that around that week of 7 January until the 14th of January. So that week, which is like what, next week? No, just the week after. But that week, she would have to change plans. So there's a change of plans that is going to be required upon her at this time. I do see that she could also be, there's something relating to her talent or to her skill that is going to be like she's going to maybe kind of like innovate more. Maybe she's going to have another song. Maybe she's already have all of this album set out, and maybe now she adds another song. But I do see, and she's probably going to be around the 12th of January to be specific. But I do also see that at this time she could possibly also be maybe promised some money at this time. Maybe she has to do some work, and and they give her money or something like that. But I do see some sort of luck, like a change that takes her towards some sort of a luck or some sort of like a goal being achieved at this time. Now, when it comes to that week of the 18th, like from the 18th until actually for 2 weeks, because like from the 18th until the end of January, like around 27, I do see some story here being said, maybe being said about one of her siblings, or something relating to her siblings here does come into play here. And it could also be something maybe being circulated on the socials, people just talking, or it could be news relating to maybe a sibling that's a bit far away or something like that. But this I do see that coming up for her. And it could also maybe be a bit of a controversy, like something controversial. I do see that. Now, when it comes to because she has, when is her launch of the album? I think in March. I can't remember the exact date. I think the 26th of March. I can't remember the exact date, but what I do see is that first week of March, I do see that there would be an obstacle that she has to face at this time, and she has to eliminate it. She has to eliminate this obstacle that will come, and it will come relating to an authority figure within the artistry, like within their industry. I do see that. So it's going to be somebody who's got some authority, and she has to face this, and she's going to be exposed to it, but then she will have to strive to just eliminate the problem, because it could also be actually linked maybe to her her launch of the album that everybody is actually waiting for right now. So I do see that a bit of that bit of hustle, something that she will just have to. But because she's so spiritual, it could also be so easy for her to get rid of it. But at the same time, I do see that she could also use her hidden alliances to other other authority figures at this time, and who would be helpful to her to eliminate whatever problem comes up right now. And possibly maybe this problem, it also includes their husband, something like that, or maybe they link it to her marriage, or maybe they link it, just something she must face right now, and it is being caused by other people within the industry. That is what is showing in the chart. Now, particularly around like the 4th and the 5th, I would be like, on the high alert here. And what I see also coming up this year for her, so around like April, like that last week of April into the beginning of May, so that week like for 25th, up until the 3rd 2nd of May, particularly the end of the month, like the right on the end of the month, I do see again another test on her marriage. And at this time, she may feel, or they may feel, together with their husband, they would have to like feel like they have to recommit to themselves or reassure each other at this time. There is some reassurance that is needed at this time, that final week of April. So do. And then when it comes to, because this is like what, April, then in May, oh my gosh, in May, I just see a whole lot of sabotage. She's really going to need her bobs at this time to support her, because the stars are just showing like yo. So that week of 12th May until the 22nd of May, particularly around the 20th, 17, 18, 19, 20, that time I do see extreme sabotage here. There will be accusations. They will be trying to discredit her or shame her. And sometimes it could also be what she does that comes out as as an embarrassment to her own, to herself, right? But there could also be another link to an association, to the government association, to a leader here. But I do see this period as just extreme sabotage that she would have to definitely deal with it, and it's like malicious things being done, quietly, secret. And then when it comes to, because this would be like in May, and then when it comes to June, May, June. So when it comes to the month of June, I see that towards the end of the month, so from the 28th of June until the 5th of July, so again her spouse or marriage comes into another point of attention here. So this is what I see. So there's a lot of testing on the marriage and the spouse at this time for this first 6 months, and of course also on just herself, because of those points that I see. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the critical points that I see as being immediate concerns that she would have to deal with and get over them, as she's launching her album. And of course, I think obviously after that she would have to sell the album, whatever. So yeah, she would just need to let God do his part. Thank you all. Chat to you soon. I'll be in touch.